to Abhijit Iyer Mitra. Abhijit, these pictures tell a tale, and I'm sure on a much larger canvas, well, a smaller canvas, but on a much larger scale, this valor was replicated also in Galwan.
Absolutely, Rahul. Thanks for having me on. The main thing we have to understand is the video you just played. This happens almost on a monthly basis and has been happening for the last 40 years without stop, where the Chinese keep trying to encroach into Indian territory, and every single time they try to encroach in there, they get beaten up like this, or, sometimes it tends to be much more civilized. The very fact that something went horribly wrong in Galwan shows you, and the Prime Minister's speech shows you, that we went into China, and to use that colloquialism, ghar mein ghus ke peeta aapko. Peeta China ko. We went in and beat them up. Though, to be fair, it is Indian territory, but it's the Chinese side of the LAC. We need to be very, very clear what happened in Galwan. It was no less of a geopolitical decision than Balakot was. What did Balakot do? It changed this entire paradigm that India is just going to sit back and allow Pakistan to do whatever it wants and not respond. This is exactly what has happened on the 15th of June night, when, acting on inputs from the military, we have gone in there and tried to break a dam on the Chinese side of the LAC, an illegally constructed dam, a dam that the Chinese said they would never build, a dam that the Chinese built in violation of their promises on several international forums that they will not interfere with the flow of waters coming out of Tibet. They even go so far as to claim that they will not industrialize Tibet so as to use up the water resources of Tibet, and they went and violated it flagrantly. And what India did was nothing short of an attempt for the first time in 40 to 50 years to change the complete geopolitical narrative. China behaves like a class bully. We said enough. We were willing to take casualties, and we were, believe you me, we have inflicted massive casualties in them. You just need to see the Global Times editor making a fool of himself through all his editorials. Today he's claiming, oh yes, there were casualties on the Indian side, but they were much less than what was there on the Indian side. And, we're not actually revealing them so that, we don't stoke war. Now, honestly, you tell me, for a country that has had no issues boycotting Japanese products, boycotting Philippine bananas, they boycott bananas of all things. They set Japanese stores on fire in China, all under Xi Jinping, mind you. Do you really think this is a country that's going to play down nationalism? They whip up nationalism as and when it suits them, and they make complete fools of themselves. Xi Jinping makes a bigger fool of Chinese nationalism than people who call for the renaming of Gobi Manchurian and to stop eating chili paneer and whatnot in India. In India, these things are laughed about. In China, they frequently become government policy. So understand what has happened. We have changed a 40-year-old stasis. The Chinese now are backing off because for the first time, somebody stood up to their bullying. They thought they could calibrate this. They could always maintain enough tension so that it doesn't turn deadly. It turned deadly on the night of the 15th, and now they do not know what to do. They are reappraising their entire policy. This is normally not how China reacts. China wouldn't have kept long for a whole week if this had normally... why are they keeping quiet for so long?
Absolutely.
People have died.
Absolutely.
So this is not the behavior of a bully. This is a behavior of a bully that has been bullied right back and is now cowering in its corner with a dunce cap क्योंकि teacher ने उसको बोला है बेटा corner में बैठो वो मुंह काला करके corner में बैठो.
Absolutely. That's exactly what's happened. Yet there is a